This morning, an Israeli airstrike hit an encampment of tents near the Al-Aqsa hospital in Gaza. The Associated Press happened to be filming at the time. They also recorded the sound of an Israeli military drone overhead. Four people were reported killed, though the Israelis described this as a precise attack on Islamic Jihad militants intended to minimize harm to civilians. But inside the hospital were injured journalists who claimed that there had been no militants and that they had been working in the camp for months.
We are unarmed journalists and we have nothing to do with anything. We were preparing to see where we should go to cover the news.
Israel says militants deliberately hide in or near hospitals. But was this attack proportionate? Or is international law being broken? A few weeks ago, a senior Tory MP told a party fundraiser in a recording obtained by a newspaper of what she described as the British government's concern.
The Foreign Office has received official legal advice that Israel has broken international humanitarian law, but the government has not announced it. They have not said it. They haven't stopped arms exports. They've done a few very small sanctions on Israeli settlers.
Back in January, the Foreign Secretary, Lord Cameron, denied the existence of any such legal advice.
Am I worried that Israel has taken action that might be in breach of international law because this particular premises has been bombed or whatever? Yes, of course I'm worried, and that's why I consult the Foreign Office lawyers when giving this advice on arms exports.
Have you received legal advice which says that Israel is in breach of international humanitarian law?
The short answer to that is no.
But since then, the government has enrolled the Royal Air Force in dropping aid on Gaza because its people are starving, while the International Court of Justice has ordered Israel to stop blocking deliveries by land. Earlier this month, Lord Cameron wrote to Miss Kearns that British aid has been routinely held up by the Israelis. The main blockers remain arbitrary denials by the government of Israel and lengthy clearance procedures, he added. As for the lack of water, Israel has the ability to turn the taps back on. They should do so. The government says it's delivered 27 tons of aid this past week alone. But the Shadow Foreign Secretary, David Lammy, says there are serious questions about whether the government is complying with its own law over arms sales to Israel, adding that they should publish the legal advice they have received. 15 people were reported injured in this morning's Israeli attack. But almost 6 months into this war, the Foreign Office says its legal advice on Israel's actions remains confidential, though we are told it is kept under review.